You know, I try to post just once a week. Consistency is key. It's pretty easy. I even scheduled my uploads around Wednesday to be ready for the April 2nd Switch 2 Direct, but whatever. I needed to figure out how to configure a live stream anyway. It came as a surprise when Nintendo said that alongside their already planned Switch 2 Direct, they'd also keep up with the tradition of a Spring Direct for Switch 1. It makes sense. Back when they supported multiple consoles, they'd sometimes keep the Directs separate, but less than a week apart? That's a little crazy. Also, I just gotta show you these goofs up here. You got me, you got my little brother, and we both think we're so cool live streaming. We were not live streaming. Not we, I'm not gonna drag him into this. It was me. I was a little bit of a doo-doo head, thought I was live streaming. I wasn't. It was just recording. Good job, me. Star of stupidity. Going into this direct, I got my hopes up for sure. There were rumors of Hollow Knight Silksong and Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4. I should have anticipated that leading up to the Switch 2 launch, support would gradually slow for Switch 1, but once again, whatever. Anyway, let's just get into it. We open up with Dragon Quest 1 and 2 2D HD Remake. Nice title. It was a cool introduction, but we already knew of this game's existence from our last direct, and they didn't exactly update the release date either. We already knew it was coming out this year, and they confirmed that it was still coming out this year, so thanks. No Sleep for Kaname Date from AI, The Somnium Files is another really long title, and an interesting concept for a game. I wish I got a little bit more information about it, since it seems like one of those games that looks good, but you probably won't buy it anyway. But it is releasing in a few months, so I guess I can wait for some more news, and as the news comes out, I might get a little bit more interested in it. Raido Remastered: The Mystery of the Soulless Army looks like Shin Megami Tensei. It's the demon from Persona. It's made by Atlas, of course. Seems like an intriguing prospect. Persona Pokemon battles. I'm sure it's more complicated than that, but I like Persona and Shin Megami Tensei, so I'll probably check this one out as well. Shadow Labyrinth. Wow, this looks really cool. The animation is stunning. Wait, that looks like Pac-Man. Who made this? Bandai Namco? It is Pac-Man! This looks so cool, I might just have to get it. Patapon 1+2 Replay also looks good, like the perfect fit for the Nintendo eShop. A rhythm-based puzzle game with a really unique gameplay loop. You command an army! Yet another one I should definitely look into. The third-party games are strong with this direct so far. Let's see what's next. Oh no. No! Stop trying to make Stardew Valley! It's no use! Okay, I know that Story of Seasons is a franchise that has existed for quite some time, and a lot of people are excited for its grand return and grand bazaar, but Stardew Valley is a game that I'd get well before this, and that can take well over 100 hours to complete. I am just tired of all these farm simulator games. Please, no more. Metroid Prime 4, good to see you! What's the big news? Oh, there is none? Psychic powers, what? Who cares? Maybe it's just me, but I was kinda let down by the news we got. They opened by saying Samus got isekai'd into another world and she has psychic powers now. When did that happen? I was more interested in the story. Could we get some more about that maybe? Our last Metroid Prime game, our last Metroid game, Dread, left us on a huge story cliffhanger of sorts. Samus has Metroid powers now. Is this unrelated? Well, we don't know yet. We also didn't get any more information relating to the story and what it follows up on. I wanted to get a bit more on that cool general guy, but whatever, I can deal with this. Samus is very quickly becoming more powerful than Kirby. What do you think they'll do with Samus's moveset in the next Smash Bros. Game? They got a lot of new stuff to work with. I mean, that's a fun thought for sure, but we'll have to kill any momentum that we've generated because Disney felt like making a game. Oh, they're done? Perfect, back to the cool stuff. Witchbrook, okay, now this is how you put a cool spin on Stardew Valley. Is it anything related to that? I don't know. I don't know what to make of this game. I don't even know what it's about. I mean, if it is trying to emulate some of what Stardew Valley does, they did a very good job of making it feel unique, so I mean, good job if that was the case. If it wasn't, then I just don't know what to make of this game. I don't know if it's my thing, but only time will tell. The Eternal Life of Goldman. Wow! This game looks so cool! I don't even care if the indie market is oversaturated with beautiful 2D platformers slash Metroidvanias. I'm getting this. Gradius Origins, I'm not glad that they're bringing this one back. And considering what they've done with all of the other retro packs released on the Switch eShop, they'll probably charge $60 for this. Just outrageous. Rift of the Necrodancer? I think I heard of this one. Wait.
Is that Celeste? I know Celeste! I know that game!
Tamagotchi Plaza. I never had a Tamagotchi, but I did see Mamechi in Mario Kart. Wait, is this subtle foreshadowing that Mamechi will be in Mario Kart 9? I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it. If Mamechi is in Mario Kart 9, you have to subscribe. Okay, we got some more information about Pokemon Legends ZA, and I have some opinions about it. Oh boy, do I have some opinions about this game. I know, from experience, anyone who dares to express a slightly negative opinion about this game is going to get a ton of hate. Like, Charlie, Moist Critical Penguin Z0. I'm sorry, I don't know which name to use. I'm gonna call you Charlie. I hope that's okay. Charlie expressed his opinions about Pokemon Legends ZA and got a ton of backlash from the Pokemon community. So we called them out. And rightfully so. I didn't know the Pokemon community very well before this, but I guess there's a larger than anticipated section which is toxic. That's a problem. I am not a cretinous lunatic for suggesting that it would be nice for Game Freak to improve the graphics of Pokemon games. It's possible. I know that the Pokemon Company and Game Freak are separate, but it's still the largest media franchise in the world that they are still responsible for. I like the games, and I'm disappointed when they don't live up to my expectations. Are these expectations unreasonable? I honestly don't think so. Just because they failed to meet expectations in the past doesn't mean we should lower them to be less disappointed. I'm sorry I care about the quality of a franchise I support, I guess. What a tangent. Anyway, back to what they actually talked about in the Direct. They're finally giving us some more information about the story of Pokemon Legends ZA. At night, the trainers own the streets of Lumio City. So you walk around and fight. And you rank up from Z to A the more trainers you defeat, so it's the Pokemon Journeys anime, but less cool. If that's what the story's gonna be, then either have it take place across the world, which would be way more cool, or have some sort of international competition which the city is hosting on the level of the Pokemon Olympics. That would be awesome! It would also be a nice homage to the Paris Olympics, which were held there. It's just less cool this way though, even if it's like the Olympics. Actually, you know what? No, the Olympics is the only way that they could make stuck in one city cool. If it's not the Pokemon Olympics, no, just no, get out. No! Please just make it like the Pokemon World Tournament from Pokemon Black and White. Let us fight the iconic gym leaders and champions and trainers from throughout the series. That's the only way to make it cool. Alright, what's next? Oh, no way! Rhythm Heaven! Rhythm Heaven Groove is the long-anticipated next entry in a relatively niche, somewhat forgotten Nintendo franchise. I can't wait to play! Oh, what? Dude! Wait, hold on, what's this? Virtual game card? Are you kidding me? Alright, so this appears to be some sort of necessary improvement to the way that you share games, but it doesn't look like it made it any less complicated. I mean, it doesn't look like it's exactly what we want. Obviously, we don't know exactly how it works yet. It's just one of the things that they made in leading up to the release of the Switch 2. It's going to automatically update all Switch systems in April. Actually, hold on. Does that mean that they'll release the Switch 2 in April? I don't know, I'd look into it. If they release the Switch in April, everyone's got to subscribe to me again. Alright, and now for the super long slog of third-party games that we got going on. Let's take a look. High on Life is getting ported to Switch. I've seen a lot of this game and it's pretty cool. It's a little late to be ported to the Switch, but I mean, better late than never, I guess. Star Overdrive, The Wandering Village, King of Meat, Luz Lagoon, The Fantasy Life, I, the Girl Who Steals Time. Dude, what is up with these titles? Saga Frontier 2 Remastered. Ooh, there were a lot of these on DS. Monument Valley 1 and 2 and 3. Wait a minute, hold on, when did they release that? Is that new? Did they just make that? No, it's existed for a while now. How come I haven't heard of this? Everybody's Golf Hot Shots and Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Whatever. Nobody cares about most of that because Tomodachi Life 2 is finally released! Tomodachi Life Living the Dream.
No way!
This is the ultimate announcement of this direct. No one expected or anticipated that it would be announced, but the game itself was highly requested and it's finally here. Well, it will be in 2026.
What the heck, dude?
This is an interesting announcement though. I mean, Switch 2 is coming out this year, and this game has been announced for Switch 1. In fact, the Nintendo games made specifically for Switch 1 leading up to the Switch 2 release are either lower end in power or announced quite some time ago to be for Switch, meaning they'd been in development for a while. So all the higher end games are probably being saved for Switch 2, and the Switch 2 Direct, which is good. Good to see they're focusing on the new console. It does pose an interesting question though, which is, will these games be released separately for both consoles, or will it be a Switch 1 game, and because of backwards compatibility, you can just pop it into Switch 2? Will the cross-platform version be slightly different? Can they keep all the Switch 1 games developed by Nintendo available on Switch 2 eShop? Can I bring my digital games to Switch 2? Can they add the 3DS and Wii U eShop games to Switch 2 as well? Well, all that and more on Wednesday. I'm gonna try and livestream that, hopefully with no technical difficulties this time. I'm going to be very tired as well, since living in Alaska, you gotta wake up at 6 a.m. to watch it live, and even earlier to set up the stream. All you lower 48ers get to wake up between 7 and 10. Alaska lives in a time zone of its own, and we'd be even further behind if the time zones even remotely made sense. By the way, where the heck is Silksong? If it's not already in the Switch 2 Direct, get it in there right now. Nintendo, watch the Direct that you have made so far. If you do not see Silksong in there, put it in there. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please consider subscribing and joining my stream. It would mean a lot to me, especially because it's so early in the morning. And I'm gonna be really tired. Hopefully someone joins in and wakes me up out of my morning days. Let me know if I should make a video about time zones. I mean, jeez, I could talk all day about how stupid these things are.